Okay, so it's vlog time. Let's see if I actually go through with it. If I do, I'm going to be very proud of myself. If it goes as it's planned in my head, there's probably 3 books up. Maybe, there'll be some Wave Kings reading in there. We shall see. I'm planning on an Audible Plus book, a mystery I really want to sink my teeth into, and a Goodreads win. So, which books are those? First up would be the Audible Plus book. That would be The Summer Melt by Emily March. And it is a novella. It's like 2 hours on Audible Plus. Perfect for walking the dogs. New to me author. Summer. It's definitely summer here. So I'll read you the description. It's peak tourist season in Eternity Springs, and Dana Delaney has her hands full running her ice cream parlor, Scoops. The last thing she needs is for her star employee to fall sick, but she's in luck when a newcomer in town offers to fill in. And the fact that he's a sinfully handsome with a sexy Scottish accent is an added treat. A-list sports agent Carl Buchanan is visiting Eternity Springs to scout marriage proposal locations for a client, not get distracted by the beautiful owner of the local ice cream parlor. But when she's short-staffed, he can't resist the opportunity to dip in and help. If he plays it right, she might even return the favor and give him a tour of the town's most romantic destinations. Will their attraction lead to a romance more decadent than Scoop's double chocolate toffee crunch? Or will it melt away by summer's end? It sounds like something I would enjoy. And it is in the Eternity Springs series. There are 3 books. And all 3 books are available on Audible Plus. I am reading them out of order. Summer Melt is the last book. I'm okay with that. In this case, I'm really okay with that. If the other 2 are good, I'll pick them up on Audible Plus. No big deal. Short, holiday-centered novellas are a great thing when, doing yard work or walking dogs. So, that is the first blog choice. The second blog. Welcome to Morning Insanity. 3 dogs, 5 chickens, and all of the growing pecan trees that the wonderful squirrels have seeded this year. Because we've had so much rain, I will show you just how many baby pecan trees we have growing. And yes, Dave hasn't mowed yet, and it's been a couple of weeks. So, just in this one little patch of grass, you can count, easily 4. And that's nothing. There's Felicity on her hill. Yes, we have dirt delivered every year so that Felicity can have a hill, because that is where she loves to lay. You will find her laying there at all times, in all weather except rain. She does not like to lay on her hill in the rain. So, see all those wonderful little upshoots? Those are all pecan trees. And this is right by Felicity's hill, as you can tell from the dogs. There's just a whole bunch of them. And, yeah. That is a lot of baby pecan trees. And that's Felicity on her hill. That's Fireball, who undoubtedly has a toy because she wants me to play fetch with her. Fireball loves to play fetch. Fireball will play fetch until she makes herself ill, like physically ill. She's a goofball. So there's 4 of the 5 chickens waiting to come out and greet the world so that they can squawk all day. So let's let them out. Oops, sorry about the finger. Good morning, ladies. Come on. Yep, say good morning, Fireball. That was Sweetie and Whitey that ran past. They're usually the first 2 out. Their door doesn't want to latch. There we go. Okay. Harder to do with one hand. We'll let those two come out while I'm over here. And I'll show you our problem child. Dogs don't bother the chickens, by the way, in case you're wondering. So, this is the egg door where we can get eggs. And meet Miss Broody. Yes, she is our problem chicken. She thinks she has fertilized eggs every single day. And every single day, someone has to come get her out. Otherwise, she will stay in there indefinitely trying to hatch unfertilized eggs. So, see if I can do this one-handed. If the camera shot gets wonky, I apologize. She's also very protective of the egg, whether she has one or not. There's Miss Broody. Say hello to the nice people, baby. No? Okay. Go find your sisters. And she did have an egg this morning. Although that one's not hers. Oh, wait, maybe. No, it's not hers. Ooh, hang on. I don't want to smush the egg trying to do this one-handed. Hey! She's fine. She always goes screaming across the yard like she's under attack from, you know, the most evil thing on the planet. Choice is One Big Happy Family by Jamie Day. This was a Goodreads giveaway. This is a mystery. I'll read you the back. Could this reunion be the death of them? The Bishop sisters are a rare breed, each with a sordid past and guarded secrets. When the three reunite at the precipice, their late father's iconic coastal Maine hotel, they come to claim what is rightfully theirs. But their inheritance exacts a lethal toll. At the center of it all stands the hotel's chambermaid, Charlie Kelly, a bright, resilient, working-class girl in desperate straits. Down to her last nickel, and the sole caregiver for her ailing grandmother, Charlie must find the cash to support them both. But her cleaning job isn't going to cover the bill. The arrival of the Bishop sisters could spell disaster for Charlie, especially if they find the guest she's hiding in one of the rooms in exchange for the money her grandmother urgently needs. But there's no turning back now. Despite threats of the worst hurricane Maine has seen in decades, everyone is checking in this weekend, but not all of them will be checking out. I love the cover. As you know, I love a good book set in Maine. This sounds like something I will enjoy, and the chapters are short, which again makes it, you know, good choice to pick up, read a couple chapters, do something else, pick up, read a couple chapters, you know. So, we shall see. And the last book is, I'm probably the last person to read it, is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I'm just going to read you, I am going to read a brief blurb from the back cover of this one, because I'm sure most of you have probably already read this. The rules of Blackheath. Evelyn Hardcastle will be murdered at 8 p.m. There are 8 days and 8 witnesses for you to inhabit. We will only let you escape once you tell us the name of the killer. Understood? Then let's begin. I've wanted to read this for a while. It's on my June list. I am anticipating this to be a very twisty, turny read, and I think it would make great vlog material, so we shall see. So those are the choices. We will go on a journey together, read us some, you know, romance and some mystery, and go to Maine, go to England, have some fun. So, here we go. Meet Bob. Bob is our banana tree. he moved from us from Pennsylvania, and he got his own hothouse greenhouse this winter, and so he's still recovering, but he's starting to grow again. You can see those big old healthy leaves at the top. So yeah, hopefully he grows a lot this summer and he won't have to stay as covered up this winter. All right, my overgrown garden patch. Kahlua loves to lay there. Chickens love to feed off of it. I will show you. I need to do some tomato trimming, and that'll be probably in this video too, because I got to cut some of this down. But I have a lot of delicious evil olive tomatoes getting ready to spring into life. Chickens already got the first one of the year. They're so heavy, as you can see, they are tipping over. This, I believe, is a tomatillo or a ground cherry bush. I know for a fact it's one or the other, given the fruit. See? And the flowers are very different than tomatoes, and the leaves are very different than tomatoes. So, and there's more tomatoes back there. As you can tell, Kahlua guards them. But I gotta trim some leaves off and try to restake them for like the 15th time. There's Sweetie. She stole the first tomato of the year. She's well known for that. So, and look, they're talking. So they're happy. So this week we are definitely staking and trimming tomatoes as part of this vlog. I know you guys are all excited about that. So, oh look, Invader. That is a red wasp. I'm not happy about that, but they're part of the ecosystem I need to deal with. Okay, let's go see the fig tree. Oh, grass is very wet. It's very long. He's gonna have to mow this week. This is our fig tree. Still a baby, but it produced fruit last year. And it did very well over the winter, so it is sitting in a hole left by the 100+ foot pecan tree we had to have removed when we moved in because it was dead. And the root system was so extensive underground it hasn't repaired itself yet, that there is a developing sinkhole where the fig tree is, and we're hoping those roots begin to shore up underground. To give you an idea of how big one of the surviving pecan trees is, yeah, Kahlua likes to land with the fig tree. This is one of the surviving pecan trees in the backyard. I'm still not at the top. And there's the top. And it's short in comparison to the one we had removed. Okay, so it's the first reading update of this vlog. You would think I would get better at that. I would be better at that, but you know, first vlog, I'm giving myself some grace to not be perfect. And I'm also sort of kind of 100% blaming the 7.5 deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I finished this book in 2 sittings. It is fabulous. It is very, very rare. Say good morning to the girls. It's very, very rare for a mystery book to be so unique that I'm blown away by it. And not only was I blown away by it, I didn't guess the conclusion. I didn't guess who the bad guy was. I didn't guess the setting. Why did this sit so long on my shelves? Seriously, I am floored by how good this book was. It is everything the hype says it is. It is twisty. It is turny. It has a fireball. You can come see. Okay, you want to sit over there today? Okay. It has a plot you will not expect. It has twists that are just fabulous. At no point does the author begin to tell you information related to the book. This is very much a show me author, and the fact that this was a debut novel is so impressive. It's just shy of 500 pages. It's like 460, 470 pages. And every single one of those pages and every single scene is needed to wrap it up. And I really can't tell you anything about it other than the blurbs as I've already shared, because to do so would spoil it. And if you love a unique mystery, and if you can handle multiple points of view, then go pick up this book. That's all I can say. I will try to do a better review in my weekly wrap up, or my weekly wrap up, but honestly, I don't think I'll be able to say much more than I just did. It's superb. I now have to read his entire backlist. He has 2 other published books. He will, if those books hold up to this book, and I cannot imagine that they do not, he will become an auto checkout author for me. That's how good this book was. And I don't usually say that. Okay, so yeah. It's fabulous, y'all. It's truly fabulous. And the best part, not the best part, but one of the great things about it is, as fabulous as that book was, it didn't leave me with a book hangover. Which means I can immediately go read something else and not, carry the remains of the 7.5 deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle into the next book. So, this morning, I need to go trim the tomatoes you saw, hopefully when I get this edited, earlier in this video. And I will insert photos after that. But first, I needed to get this filmed. I needed to finish a second cup of coffee. Am I going to pay for it when I go outside because it's later than it should? Yes, I'm absolutely going to pay for it. But that's okay. I needed coffee more than I needed to not be, hot and sweaty. So if I don't take too long, it hopefully won't be horrible. It's not too hot yet, so we're good. So I will start listening to Summer Melt when I'm trimming tomatoes here this morning. The earlier half of this week has been horrible for dog walking. Unexpected rain showers. Those rain showers have turned into very loud thunderstorms, complete with lightning and just sheets of rain, followed by incredibly humid afternoons and very poor air quality. So all of that combined does not make for good dog walking weather. They have an acre out back to play on, so it's not like they're not getting more than enough exercise. I just don't need to A, attempt to walk a very frightened dog in the pouring rain, and B, there is no point in, walking dogs with poor air quality and, 90% humidity. It's just recipe for disaster for everybody. So I will start Summer Melt when I go outside here this morning. And while I finish my cup of coffee, I am going to pick up One Big Happy Family by Jamie Day. It is the first book from this author for me. It was a Goodreads giveaway. It's set in Maine. And I love me, a good story set in Maine. Maine is one of my favorite places on the planet. So, unless this is very poorly written, I'm going to love this. So, let's start reading. Okay, so that was the first page. That is some excellent atmospheric writing. I'll read you the first two paragraphs. The power flickers on and off, as if the hotel is taking a dying gasp. I draw in a breath and hold it. But thankfully the lights come on as the wind dies down. It's cold comfort. In a matter of time, they'll go out again, and eventually they'll stay out. I'm standing in the alcove directly off of our great room with my hands clenched into fists. The anticipation is killing me. Driving rain pelts the exterior like 1,000 fingers tapping against the roof and walls. A monster is knocking to get in. This particular monster has a name. The meteorologists call him Larry, the most powerful hurricane to ravage the coast of Maine since Gerda made landfall back in 1969. A large tree is blocking the steep road heading up to the Precipice Hotel. The road itself is a rolling river of mud, impassable on foot or by car. There is no way out, no place for me to go. But I can't stay here. Yeah, I'm invested. That takes very good atmospheric writing to get me invested in 2 paragraphs. So, let's keep reading. Okay, now I'll read you the last 2 paragraphs of chapter 1. The crash reverberates, no doubt giving away my position. I go completely still, eyes pointlessly probing the inky gloom, ears fighting to pick up any noise other than the wind. Another fierce gust shakes the windows, and my nerves with equal measure. Terrified, I can't move from where I stand. Somewhere behind me, the 3 Bishop sisters are cloaked in this impenetrable darkness. Only one question remains. Which sister is coming to kill me? This is going to be a book I have trouble putting down. Yeah. Okay, got tomato, garden care taken care of. And of course, as soon as I turn on the video, Pickles decides to get mouthy. I'm trying to get this in before the next weather system hits us. It is still bright blue and beautiful outside, but it's also getting darker. So given the last couple days, that's a pretty good indication that weather's going to happen later today. So we shall see. Okay, reading update. I listened to Summer Melt for about an hour, a little over halfway. No, a little less than halfway through. Takes place in Colorado. It is voiced by a female and a male, so it's dual perspective. And he has a wonderful Scottish brogue, so that is always a benefit. And there is chemistry between these two people. I'm enjoying it so far. I find that, and I cannot remember her name. I will put it here. Her personal version of swearing is always flavors of ice cream. I like that. You know, she's swearing, but she's not swearing. So I like the fact that in the ice cream shop, all the flavors she creates are named after local spots in Colorado. I'm enjoying the story so far. I will probably finish it today or tomorrow. So when I finish it, I will give you another update. I'm about 100 pages into One Big Happy Family. It is a very fast read. I am enjoying it immensely. It is totally different than the Stuart Turton book. It is a very easy read, for lack of a better description. The chapters aren't very long. The action is fast paced, and characters are very relatable. So, that part's all working for me. Our protagonist at this point is the 19-year-old maid at the hotel. She has had what can only be described as a rough life. However, she has, throughout her life, since she was like 10, so 9 years, roughly half her life, has found refuge from the storms in her life in books, and I really like that. I like the fact that she didn't follow the path of her mom and, spiral out of control in drugs and alcohol and men. She chose books as her vice, which I can understand and relate to easily. The language in this is still very atmospheric and very evocative. There are characters you don't like. There are characters you do like. You can see the situation setting up. There's lots of family tension. There are lots of secrets. Secrets abound in this book. I'm looking forward to that. And because this is a published by a big name publishing house, it's published by St. Martin's. It has the expected diverse cast of characters. I don't love that in books. I think it's forced, but at the same time, it does somewhat reflect reality, given our current cultural bent. I still think it's overdone in this book. We've met at the hotel. There are currently 6 people. 6 people? 6 people. And of those 6 people, half are straight. That is not reflective, but, author's choice. Is it going to cost me to put the book down? No. Is it necessary? No. So, we shall see. I'm enjoying it so far. I will pick this up again today. I fully expect I will probably easily finish this today. We shall see. I will do better at reading updates as the day goes on. Okay, so it is time to wrap up the last 2 books. I will do them out of order in this case. So first up, One Big Happy Family by Jamie Day. This was started off strong. I read you a couple passages. It is very atmospherically written. However, there are parts I objected to, and I DNF this book 130 odd pages in because violated my number 1 rule for books across all genres in fiction. It let real world politics enter the pages. That is an automatic DNF for me. I do not need, nor do I want, nor do I approve of some random author and big name publishing house, or any publishing house for that matter, but in this case, St. Martin's, infusing their brand of politics into a fictional book, thereby destroying my escapist read, and it's just an automatic DNF for me. If you inject real world politics into fiction, especially contemporary fiction, I automatically DNF it. So if you don't enjoy real world politics in your contemporary fiction, skip One Happy Family by Jamie Day. And this was her sophomore novel. Her first novel was Block Party, which has an equally compelling cover. It's going to be a skip for me because I'm sure if there's politics in this book, there were politics in the first book. So, that was a DNF. Happens, but, I'll donate it to the library and somebody else can read it, and if they enjoy it, great. And if not, it didn't cost them anything. Or it cost them very little. Last up for this vlog was Summer Melt by Emily March. This was an Audible Plus listen for me. It was my first Emily March book. It was a novella. It was about 2.5 hours on, just regular speed. So it wasn't a huge time investment. And this is contemporary romance set in Colorado. Our heroine is Dana, and I have a feeling I've already talked about this, but maybe not. Our heroine is Dana. Our hero is Callum. This is just a great 30-something romance that is completely unrealistic and a giant block of cheese, as Amanda likes to say. But sometimes you just want fireball. No paw. Fireball. No paw. Fireball. Let go. Sometimes you just need a block of cheese, and that's what this was. And Fireball is being very demanding today. No, bad girl. I will send you downstairs with Teddy. And it is just a sweet, clean romance. I mean, there's not even any cuss words in it. And when she does cuss, she cusses in the name of ice creams from her shop. So this was just delightful. It is the 3rd book in the series. They're all holiday related. So I will listen to the other two. I have absolutely no problems doing that. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I will read another Emily March book, be it on Audible or from the library or Kindle or whatever, happily and enjoy my time. So that was the block of books for this vlog. One was fantastic, one was a DNF, and one was just a delicious block of cheese that was short, sweet, and easy to listen to. So that wraps up my first ever vlog. Not my first ever vlog. That was a long time ago. And depending on how this goes, I may or may not do another one. And I hope you guys had a great reading week, and I will see you here next time at the Protagonist Pub.